of the African Elite League finals. I am psyched and I am very pumped to have this one go on because we'll finally get to see how all of these teams would perform going into today. My name is Crowns, in case you do not know. I will be joined by others that you would see real soon, but for now, vibe with just my face and let's get into it. So once again, we would always start to show you guys what these teams are fighting out here for. It's a whooping prize pool of $3,700, and I know you guys don't speak that kind of English in Africa, so I'm going to $100 is the prize pool that we've got going today, and we see first place will be working on with $1,000. And I keep saying this, if you are in first place, you are chilling, but second place, that is a $650 prize pool that you're going with, or $650 that you're going on with. And man, I don't think I want to I want to go with less than $1,000, and I'm pretty sure that's what all of these teams have got in mind. But not to worry, we still got the prize pool being spread across all participating teams, as fourth place will be getting $250, fifth place $200, sixth place $150, going over to seventh place $120, eighth to 10th $100 each, 11th to 13th $70 each, and 14th to 22nd would be going on with $50 each. How are these teams going to battle this point? That is exactly what we're going to be seeing next, as the points distribution would still remain almost close to normal. We're starting all the way from first place with 15 points, going over downwards, 10 points for third, 12 points for second place, and then when you get down and you go further down, when players finish, or when a team finishes from 8th to 12th position, they get at least one placement point, or at least 1 point to go alongside them. Q points, one elimination still equals to 1 Q point, so nothing really changing in that aspect. But still, this is a point distribution whereby you know that you do not want to settle for less. You want to grab all of those eliminations, all of those points, as much as possible. How and where? We've covered what they're fighting for, we have covered how they're gonna get it, and now we're covering where they will be getting it, as they will be getting these points in these three maps of Pubg Mobile. It's gonna be Erangel, Miramar, and Sandhawk. It's gonna be 3 maps that they will be fighting for this, but still we get to see Erangel being played twice. And man, I have to keep saying this about the tournament structure, that there's Erangel being played twice every day, so which means if you are a team in this lobby, you do not want to be slacking on your Erangel matches. You want to make sure that for every Erangel match you're doing as much as possible, because that would get you good placement going into the rest of the games. Because we've seen a couple of teams, right, that have not been doing too well on their Erangel performances, and that has greatly affected them on their placement on the leaderboards. And when I say this, I'm talking particularly about Black Cobra. So let's roll in that leaderboard and see exactly what I am talking about, because like I said, many of these teams we can already tell where the performance in each of this map is actually playing out for these teams, and that is what we're out here always watching out for these teams. Yesterday we did see Erangel going over to the side there of my memory is failing me, but I don't really remember. I think teammates also did grab a winner chicken dinner yesterday, and then we saw Slime in Sandhawk, and then to close things up for the day, I believe we saw the players there from Blackjack eSports, if I'm not mistaken, grabbing them the final winner chicken dinner of the day. And we're looking forward to seeing if these teams would be able to replicate all of these plays that we've seen, or even make it better. We saw a little bit of up and down coming through in the African Elite League yesterday, seeing 3 Crown eSports being pushed away from first position by the players there from 1 Million eSports, and 1 Million stayed ever so consistent. Yesterday was absolutely impressive to see. Slime 4KT also getting closer and closer. I believe they were in third place to close things off yesterday, and man, it just goes on to just show that many of these teams are really, really ready for what is going on. But it's a question of the bottom teams, the team down there on the bottom. What are they going to do? What are your plans? What do you plan to do to get better? What do you plan to do to grab yourself more points up of the board? Because right now you can already see how much you're battling for. That you want to try to get to the highest point on that leaderboard, at least the highest point you can get to. Grab yourself cool cash, because man, I know that for all of these teams, $70 is not so nice to hear. I mean, each team probably has about 5 players, and man, if your team is going on with $50, that's like you all team members having to share like $10 each, bruh. And we all know that is not really doing too well. So yeah, that being said, let's pull up the overall leaderboard, see what we've got going on before we head into the first game of the day. Overall rankings, like I said earlier, the side there of 1 million esports still be number one on that leaderboard as they've got 178 points to their name. 3 Crown following closely behind, maybe not so closely as they're about 13 points. Sorry, 23 points, I believe. But anyway, they are, yeah, they're about 23 points behind 1 million esports. And we all know that in order for them to catch up, they need to have banger of a game. And 1 million, on the other hand, needs to, well, may not have as much of a banger of a game. So that being said, they still have to put in the work, right? Slime4KT out there in 3rd place, still looking as strong as we know them to be. 2 winner chicken dinners on board, but you know, they still also have that 20 points and more to still gather to get you know, further up on that leaderboard. And then we start to talk about Titan Gaming. We saw them climb up on the leaderboard yesterday, you know, finding their way up to 4th. Blackjack eSports also not sleeping on it, but kind of sleeping on it, but they're out here in 5th position. I'm looking forward to seeing if Blackjack eSports will be able to jump up more on that leaderboard. Teammates Black Cobra, I was talking about Black Cobra being a team that, you know, they kept on losing all their Erangel matches due to the hot drop that they always go alongside with Team Meat, right? So I hope that hot drop is not something that I get to see today, or it's a hot drop that would ensure them total winnings, because I feel like if you've not been doing so well on your Erangel games, you're probably one of those teams that have not crossed that 100 points mark. And it's kind of painful to see that only 6 teams are able to cross that 100 points mark. But, you know, we did see a couple of improvements coming through from that side of the board, as we saw the players there from iMega Esports, Desert Flame also doing what they, you know, what they know how to do best. But ladies and gentlemen, however these teams are going to be playing today is what you'll be seeing real soon, because I've got to send you guys over to our 2 wonderful casters that we've got for the games today. It's going to be Enigma and Actfire. I'll see you guys just after the game.
There we go. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the last and final day of AL Finals. Right here next to me, we got Active Fire. How are you doing, Fire?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm super excited for today's game. It's going to be, you know, one with a lot of violence. You know, several different teams are looking to climb up on, you know, that leaderboard. You got, like we've seen, Slime4KT, 3 crowns, you know, 1 million boys, all vying for that number 1 spot to get that maximum money. So I don't know about you, man. I feel like today everyone's just gonna go all out, because there's no need to, you know, camp anymore. Right now, it's just go skrapapa, just take on everyone. So I feel like
yes.
Solid.
I think all the teams on the right side of the leaderboard, you know, they've got nothing more to lose. There's no way they're going to catch up to 1 million or to 4KT even. So we might just see some surprises there. You know, when I'm in a situation like that, at least, you know, try to be a dream stopper. You know, be good for something. You know, go challenge 4KT, go challenge 1 million esports, go challenge Crown esports, and see what you can do. Prepare yourself for the next tournament and actually get that confidence booster. So we're looking for that violence today. But man, between 1 million esports and Crown, that is going to be an insane battle for that pole position, the $1,000 prize pool, Fire.
Yeah, of course, you know, everyone's fighting for you know, that opportunity to be down on, you know, the top of that leaderboard. But already we're beginning to see some action going down between the boys from Desert Flame and the boys right there from 21st Century. These two have been going head to head throughout the entire tournament, and they continue with right here in military base. You can already see one of the players from 21 has been taken down, and the rest of the players from Desert Flame are looking to gun down the rest as Alcatraz does go down, and Borden and the rest are going guns blazing against the boys from 21st Century, sending them out in 14th place in quick succession. We now turn our sights right here, Enigma, onto the boys from Myth and Cobra.
From Trouble, Broly, and Ramsey both down. All down to Allah. Oh, and down goes for Rock as well. It is now all down to Allah. Can Allah clutch it here for his team? He's got a DBS in his hands. Here comes Cobra Wash with an AKM around the corner. Oh, but a beautiful S12K to eliminate D-Myth right here inside of Pachinki. Yesterday, Cobra did not have the best of Pachinki landings, but today we've got a different team.
Man, these two teams have been battling it out throughout the entire tournament. I believe that these guys love themselves, right? They've been having massive fun because they land here all the time, win or lose. They just keep coming over and over and over again. So for me, it's just like kudos to both of them. I guess after the game they'll probably go and enjoy themselves together again. Maybe create a room and just land in Pochiki again and try to kill themselves because it looks like they've had a lot of fun in the tournament, and it's been great watching them.
Wait them there, punching some. Oh, Afro eSports, they got 2 players left up. What a beautiful shot there onto Marshall, and he's going to return the favor there with some quick punches. Decides, no, you know what, you're zigzagging there a bit too much. I'm just going to finish it off real quick. But they did lose Punk, but they managed to clutch it and get the 1 million player down.
1 million and Afro have been getting into several different matches throughout the entire tournament. We've seen, it just seems like the 1 million boys have just been hunting, the boys of Afro, looking to see if they can take them out and get a few kills here and there. But over the entire tournament, the boys from Afro have been, just gaining a lot more confidence and being able to defend their positions, better than they did at the start of the tournament. So that's very great to see, as they have been able to take out one of those players from 1 million, obviously putting a dent to, their aspirations to finish with maximum points in this particular game. Now that they've lost one player, we're curious to see how that shapes up for the rest of the players for 1 million.
Oh, there goes Klasa. Klasa from Desert Flames gets knocked in first at any rotation. And now it is on to Easy, Bearden and 6-card. We got no Flacco in here tonight. They're definitely going to miss Flacco, but now we got an epic standoff between Cyclone Shield Esports and Desert Flames. Cyclone Shield Esports, they've done amazing so far. Just didn't get the points that they needed to make that top 5. But nevertheless, they did do good. Yeah, can Roach get back to safety? He's got Bearden right there on top on Overwatch, looking to get that entry knock for his team. It's going to be a 3v4 unless he can get it knock and make it even again. And that's what he's looking for. You can see Bearden there tapping away at a big toe there. Just getting the smallest and smallest of small hits there. But here comes the side swap from the side. And it is 6-card is going to get the first knock. And here comes Easy. And 6-card now pulling up onto Manny YT. Back to a 3v3.
All right, so it's a situation where they've got a 3v3 situation coming up against the boys from CLS. Manny has got to try as much as possible to defend his positions. He's got a couple of players surrounding him right about now. 6-God is really close to the position where he's at, so he's got to take down one of those players before they inch into that warehouse where he's currently at. He doesn't have any support, and the 3 players are currently surrounding him right about now. And you can see just a quick succession right there. They get that knock and get the thirst immediately. So right now, the boys from CLS have lost 2 of their players, and it's just left with the rest to try to make something out of this game.
That's what I like. This is Flames Esports. We know how good they are. We know where they have been competitive-wise before. They did not do the best of tournaments here in AEL, but you know what? They decided last game, it is the last day, got nothing to lose, and they are just full seeding it. And I love it. That is the Desert Flames we know. That is the team that needed to play it the whole tournament. They needed to play this way from day one in the finals, and it's sad that it's only showing here in this final day. But let's have a look and see what they can do. Are they going to continue with that slaughter all through? 3 crowns, got 1-9 and A9 Q knocked, and that is not what a 3 crowns currently needs, being in second place, trying to get at pole position, but in comes Titan Gaming.
Yeah, definitely not the situation that the boys of 3 crowns have been looking forward to, but the Titans, if they're looking to, move up on that leaderboard, would need to take out the guys who are all the way up on that second spot, and that's exactly what they're doing right here, as they've taken out a couple of players from the boys of 3 crowns, and out on the sides onto Cacao, and they're searching for him right now, but he's off. And I think he's hiding out there in the open.
Titan still 4-man strong. Cacao only the smallest of ditch there, and he's not backing away. Still got Fantasy, which is not even close to him at the moment, and he is just holding that angle there. He's going to try and get his prey out of the vehicle maybe, or is he just going to hope and pray that they do not find him?
I think the goal for him right now is just to make sure that they don't find him. You know, it's the final day. You've already lost 2 players. But speaking about ties, we do have the boys from Slap for KT and the Titans going head to toe against each other. So it does look like they have 1 knock on each side. Plaza has been gone down. One of the players from Titans has been taken down as well. It's a tough fight going on between these 2 heavy Titans right here. As you can see, the boys from Slap for KT to pull up onto this particular region, and Koa goes down as well as Slap for KT, who I did predict early on was going to perform in this particular game, down to just 1 player, down to just Storm.
Yeah, that was a very, very dangerous and ridiculous push right there from 4KT. Being in a position they are on that leaderboard. Oh, what a beautiful nade from 6 there from Titan. And I think he actually got 3 of those kills. But I mean, 4KT just full sending it like that without having eyes on the teams. That is not the 4KT that we know. That was a pretty dangerous push that it just initiated there, especially onto a team like Titans that do not miss. I think they could have handled that engagement a lot better. And now we got Desert Flames still going at it, and they got Mega right here in front of him inside of the warehouse here. Will ease his nade, connect your fire.
Yeah, interesting stuff going down right there from, you know, the boys from Titans, you know, trying as much as possible to perform a lot better in this final day. You know, you can see them just trying to take on the guys who are on the top 3 position, and that's exactly what they're doing. Now things are getting tighter. We got 11 teams right here in the lobby, and it'll be curious to see how this one actually does continue to play out. iMega coming up against the boys from Desert Flame right there in the front. You can see Mons is just cooking up that grenade, about to send it towards that position where 6 God is at, but it doesn't do much damage. And you can see them trying now to retaliate as Easy does throw a nade right there into that warehouse.
Easy, how many nades do these guys carry in a game? I feel like it's like a mini red zone inside his warehouse here. Oh, what a beautiful knock from Beard, and getting that first knock. And there comes the second one indeed. 6 God getting a knock on Mons as well. And this is it for Desert Flames. Now they can start to push on in. Desert Flames, they got a 3-man team up. iMega down on the 2 last remaining players. Can Desert Flames take out another team? And they do take out another one. It is a 3v1. And Desert Flames, they are just on fire here in this final game. All down to Nagato. Now we know what Nagato can do. Is he going to do it right here? No, he's got too many from Desert Flames right on top of him. Oh, he got 1 knock, but no 6 God right there with the support, and down goes iMega.
Well, there's something different about the way Desert Flame is playing today. They're playing with a lot more confidence. They look like almost a different team, but they're about to get thirsty right about now. The boys from Seoul pulling up onto that particular position where they are at. Can they get that revive just in time? But it does not come, as the boys from Seoul are not giving them any inch, any moment as they're pulling up and getting those knocks right there. They take 6 God down, and right now the boys from Desert Flame are left with just Easy to battle it out, to try as much as possible to keep them in this game, but he's got a full team right in front of him, and it's not looking quite great for him. He's trying as much as possible to evade their shots, but it would not happen as they do get him sent out of the game.
Unfortunate third party coming into play there and taking out Desert Flames. Blackjack eSports got Pedro and MG currently knocked, and Titans as well are just going full force here, just full sending it into anyone they run across. If they get a knock, you know they're gonna pull right up. Oh, and here comes another knock, maybe. No, down goes Puncher. Corona there with a beautiful return, as well as Eloach there from on top as well, getting down Tiak as well. That is some beautiful cover fire here from Eloach from on top. Can he get all down? He goes, just as we talked about it.
All right, top 10 for so many teams. Boys from Titans, you know, trying again to get those extra kills. They're pulling up onto the boys from BJE. They've got 7 kills to the name, and this is exactly what you want to be doing if you want to try as much as possible to climb all the way up on that leaderboard. But they got to be careful. There's the boys from BJE. They're doing quite well. They send that nade. They reduce his HP down to pretty much what is almost 1 HP. Well, they've got to be really careful. They've got just 2 players to contend with. But now with the knocks coming on the other end, got to go get those revives, and oof, it's so tough because Petrox and the rest of the boys will now be looking to get those confirmations.
And now 1 million trying to come in here for this third party. But Blackjack Esports already have 3 up again against a full 1 million there coming in from behind. Are they going to pick up their kills though? As we normally seen yesterday, that these players, they tend to do a lot of damage, but I just could not confirm the skills. As you can see there, Lazy Boy just stealing one of the kills from Blackjack Esports. So it's definitely something that Blackjack Esports need to focus on, getting those points on that board. And now the last Titan right in front of Petrox, looks like he is chasing them. Can Petrox get away from him though? Oh, Black Cobra here facing onto Soul.
And Soul has been, trying as much as possible to third party. Remember, we talked about this before the game started. It was going to be a riot coming in from all of these teams that were going to, just give everything out. It's win or die at this particular point in time. There's no need to hold back, and that's what every single team is doing. They're just going in for that fight. They're not holding back. They're making their push, and you can see right there the boys from Soul are looking for who is going to be the next victim as they pull up onto this region where the boys from Cobra are currently at. And what a time it is. But take a look, the 3C Fantasy is still hidden somewhere.
There's still that Cobra does get taken on. Wash goes down to Hemo. That S12K just coming into play so many times here tonight. I love an S12K. I love a good old shortcut. Corona getting a knock onto Afro King. And looks like Blackjack Esports, they're still at it. They want to get some more kills on the board. And now Soul starting to rotate away from there as Petrox start to move up a little bit closer there. King slowly bleeding on out. Will the Neo be able to get a revive on his teammate there?
Oh, Afro trying as much as possible to evade the boys from 1 million, and just feel like throughout the entire tournament, these two teams have been battling it out. They've got a lot of highlights within themselves, and you can see Hunter trying as much as possible to get that revive, but it just didn't happen in time. And he's got Lazy Boy and the rest in front of him. Like it'll feel like deja vu for them at this particular point in time because they've been in this situation so many times with the boys from BJE being around them as well as the boys from 1 million, and they got to be really careful. There was a situation where, a few days ago, they had Venom take the entire team away, so they want to be careful not to get caught up in a situation like that. They've just got 2 players left, and you can see right there on the kill field, the boys from Titans getting hit by BJE. What a time. The amount of violence going down in this game is just incredible. 1 million is still in it. BJE is still rocking right here. The same thing with the boys from Afro, who are stepping things up in this particular game, and we'll see who grabs home that winner with a chicken dinner at the end of the day.
That is absolutely mayhem right here tonight. Cyclone Shield Esports gets eliminated, but all the action, all the eyes currently on Blackjack Esports. Team Titans have been eliminated. Desert Flames Esports have been eliminated, but these 3 teams have just stepped up a whole nother level here in the last day of the finals. And 3 crowns, they are just trying to survive, trying to outlive 1 million, hoping that some of these teams will, down goes Fantasy, and that is it for 3 crowns. There was just no way of getting on in. They got 5th place at least. Some placement points. I think they only had 1 kill point, so that is not the best start for tonight for 3 crowns. 1 million Esports, they're still in it, they're still alive. They still got Team Afro, a duo left. Here comes 1 million from that side. Blackjack Esports on another side. That is not looking very good for Team Afro yet at the moment. Here's Corona or Lelojo. Oh, look at that beautiful molly there from that distance, hitting it on the spot there and just avoiding the teammates. But here comes the nade from Corona. What a beautiful nade from Corona, right on to Hunter. The follow-up nade, almost taking them out completely. And in comes Corona. This is a different Blackjack Esports right here. I want to see the damage that they have done, and they do take it out. Currently kill leader is Arandu, 4 kills in total. And then now it's down to Blackjack Esports, Soul Esports, and 1 million. I told you 1 million might just go all the way. They're going to look to hold on to this leaderboard as long as they can tonight. They got 2 up, only 2 kills on the board, but they're going in for the maximum points, getting those kill points and placement points matched up tonight.
Man, lovely stuff coming in from the boys from 1 million. We've seen great gameplay going on from all of these teams that find themselves in that top 3 position in this particular game. So eSports has been driving from one point to another, looking for as much trouble as they can handle. The boys from BJE have still got themselves 3 players, so I'm curious to see who actually does take this game away. But I do believe the boys from Soul are currently sitting down with a 4-man squad. I'm not sure. But I'm suspecting that that is what it is. So the numbers are in their favor to finish and seal this game through.
Blackjack eSports, 6 kills in total, still a 3-man strong. Team Soul now focusing on 1 million as they pull up right on top of him. And in comes Venom here. Oh, and down goes Venom. Beautiful driving here from Hemo. Getting him down, and it's not looking very good for 1 million now at the moment, with 1 million only having that one player left alive. Can Soul clutch it all out, and down goes 1 million completely in third position with only those 2 kills on the board. Soul currently on 8 kills. It is now down to Soul and Blackjack Esports. It's a 4 or 3v3 rather, as Eridov does get knocked and firsted. Petrox, Eloch, and Corona.
Oof. Amazing stuff coming in from both teams, but now we're going to see a spectacle that is a 3v3, and there's no numbers advantage coming in, but the boys from Seoul have been putting in some good work in this particular game, and BJE has been doing the same on their end, trying as much as possible to defend their position, and we're going to see who actually does win this game. Petrox and his boys trying as much as possible to hold a good position, but this might just be the Trojan horse right here. Hemo just coming in from the other end, just sneakishly trying to crawl right next to Petrox, and if he can take Petrox down, it might just turn this game around.
Definitely, there goes the knock, and that is it. It's a 3v2 now. He's got zone, he's got Eloich and Corona there way off in a distance. There's going to be no way for him to get to Petrox at all as the rest of his teammates start to pull on in. But I love the split from Corona and Eloich at the moment here on top. They both currently have good angles on one another. In comes the sprays from all sides. Can they get that? Or down go Omar, almost down. Omar does go down. Down goes Eloich. Now it's now down to a 1v2. Can Corona clutch it for Blackjack Esports, or is Hemo going to clutch it for Seoul Esports?
Man, lovely gameplay coming in right there from the boys from Seoul, and they're trying as much as possible to see if they can take out the last player, Corona, but he does try as much as possible to level the playing field right there. As you can see, it is down to just Hemo, and if that nade can reduce a little bit of HP from Hemo, he might just give himself a huge chance. But Hemo evading that particular nade right there, but another one's coming in quite quickly, and does get that confirmation. Well, Corona just keeps on sending in those nades, and it's a 1v1. What a lovely way to end the Erangel game right here. And Nate coming into his own position, it does a little bit of damage, but he's got to heal. He's got to heal quite quickly. Both of these players do not have the zone, so in a matter of about 20 seconds they've got to move. So it's all down to who has the best strategy. You can see those smokes being let loose, and man, who do you think's gonna win this Enigma?
Oh, it might just be Corona last. I think it might be Corona last. He's got a good angle here, but Hemo is very good at CQC, and he's trying to get as close as he can to Corona last here, using those smokes, using it as a barrier, trying to get a little bit closer and in. But here comes Corona last here. I think Hemo has no idea where Corona last is. Oh, but here comes the S12K from Hemo, and Seoul Esports, they take game one. The patience from this man, just waiting and taking that perfect last quick little reaction here with the S12K. Beautifully done.
Oh my god, what a lovely gameplay coming in from all of these teams. It was mad action coming in from the very beginning, but you gotta give it to the boys from Seoul. They were pushing on every single team in their sides. They were not holding back. They tried as much as possible to go from attack to attack to attack, and you kept seeing them, just drive to one team. Once they're done with that third party, they go on to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And my only wish is that they had this fire from day one, but regardless,
yeah,
it's not
I mean, Desert Flames, Titan Esports, Blackjack Esports, Team Soul. That was just a whole different gameplay since the last 3 days we've seen of them, especially from Desert Flames, way they're on at leaderboard and pushing the teams that are top of the leaderboard way above them and wiping them out so easy. That just proves to you that I think they had a different game plan for this whole final, and it did not work out to their favor as they would have hoped. But it's nice to see these teams finally pulling up and showing us exactly why they deserve to be in this final and what they can actually do. That was amazing gameplay, especially Seoul Hemo. Who do you think is going to be the man of the match?
Man, I'm not sure, but my money is on Hemo. But we'll see at the end of the day. I'm not sure. He's the one that caught my eye.
I think it's going to be Hemo as well. It's either going to be Hemo, it's going to be one of the Titan guys, but we're going to head on over to Crowns to take us through the stats and show us exactly what went on in game one.
Out here hoping that teammates jump onto Pochinki gets killed again. But anyway, we've only seen one game for today. That is the first game of today, and we've seen how it has pulled up, what it has done on the leaderboard. Things are only going to get crazy from here on out, man. And to be honest, I can't even say. I want to say that. I feel like 1 million esports may have won this, but I'm more surprised, or I'm keeping my eye out more for who finishes on that second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place, and downwards. Because, like I said, there's $3,700 on the line. You cannot be sleeping. You can't be having sloppy games.
There we go. Our next match underway on Miramar Fire. And look at these beautiful, beautiful teams just jumping across. This is not the best of flight paths they could have hoped for.
Yeah, exactly. Because that flight path moving all the way from this particular edge of the map means that there's a lot to work with around Crater Fields, El Pozo, water treatment, that those teams cannot just reach through the flight path itself. But we're still seeing some heavy action right here going down between the Titan boys, already beginning to get into the mix right there. So we can see one of the players HP a little bit down, and this is what you'll be hoping for exactly as they are getting into the mix right there with the boys from Afro eSports, who had quite a better game than they've had in the entire competition so far. So we'll see how that one actually does play out for them, if they can hold and defend this position.
Yeah, definitely. Look at it. We got our 4 teams inside of Los Leones. We got Team F right there, on La Bandita. We got Team Cobra with 4KT heading over to San Martin Hacienda there, as 4KT is going to start rotating with the vehicles, probably going there to El Paso. We got 1 round taking Al Azhar, 21st Century going over to Monte Nuevo. One round was an Al-Azhar, 1 million is going to Kumasera. We got Team Afro here at the bottom southern side there, just on the edge of the zone there. And it looks like we might just have a Ladriera or Mont Nevo final zone, as that is the center. It's going to be interesting to see how this zone rotates.
Yeah, pretty much. You can see the boys from Afro, just trying the much as possible to hold a very good position. The boys from Titans are not giving up on this push. They want to make sure that they go fully, after them and begin to take them out. But my money is on the boys from Afro. But just as I spoke too soon, Sace gets a knock right there onto one of the players and sends them back home. And my goodness, punk, not aware that one of the players from Titans were in that position.
Team Titans, they were dominating game 1, just full sending it into everyone. And Team Afro now in a bad situation. They lost King, they lost Punk, they got Hunter and Neo all from behind. Hunter getting knocked by Tiakia from behind, and this might be it. It's all down to Neo. Can Neo do something? No, Neo goes down, and their dreams ended before the first zone shifted.
Oh, the boys from Afro not having quite a great time in the second game. I do believe they had a better game in their Arango. They've had throughout the entire tournament. At some point in time, they were sitting down at the bottoms while having gotten any kill or any placement points. But they were able to, somehow lift themselves up, go against, the big boys, the 1 million boys, and still make it out. But anyways, we'll turn our sights now onto the boys from Cyclone Shields, who also are in a predicament of their own shift. All right, there's a lot of teams already situated there, but you can already see the boys from 3C trying to make their way in. And it'll be interesting to see how these teams are going to shape up, because, teams like 3C, teams like, the boys from Slime 4KT weren't able to perform as well as they were hoping in the previous game. So how they respond to that, I would love to see. But right now, so far, you got the boys from Myth and 1 round going at each other right here. One of the players from Myth has already been taken down, and also they've been able to reciprocate on the other side for 1 round. It does look like 1 round has only 1 player left in their team. And Myth just continuing the aggression that we've been seeing throughout the entire tournament with the last player, E-Flex, from one round all the way up on the other side of the street. Whew, man, what a time for all these teams, man. It's just been amazing.
Yeah, definitely amazing gameplay here coming out from these teams that we haven't seen in the first 3 days. And here comes one round, E-Flex, and he's got some backup coming on in. Let's see, can he clutch it though? How's he gonna play this one? He's got 2 in front of him. Oh, it's gonna be difficult. Can he clutch it? Almost gets one, he does get one down, but he's super low. And that is it for one round. They get eliminated. The violence is just insane here today. What is going on here, Fire?
Man, it is just like this teams have come in with like some extra, and it's not just one team. It's like everybody. It's like fight upon fight upon fight. There's no break. Right now we see the boys from Omega going up against the boys from Seoul, and it does look like 1 or 2 players from Omega have already been taken down. The Nates are already okay. One player has been taken down, but they most likely might be getting that revive. And just would you look at that? Omar has been knocked down. Swix is down. And right now the boys from Seoul look like they're down to just 1 player. It is a 1v2. And woof, what a time for all of these guys. It is just violence upon violence at every single corner. And boom, another one goes down. It does look like it's just the last 2 guys for each and every one of this team who is going to be winning this particular one. It looks like it may be Himo who is up for his team. So he's pulling up onto this particular position right next to Mons, and it's all down to small margins. He's able to reduce a little bit of his HP. Mons cannot win it, and it is Himo.
I'm Mega on 5 kills already, getting those pickups here. Oh, and 21st Century in Black Cobra scopes here. Man, it is just teams on teams, just full on rush.
Man, bro, it's been a while that I saw
Oh,
this.
beautiful taps from Lazy Boy. He doesn't even know from where. He's got absolutely no idea where the single taps are coming from. Look at him just jiggling around. He's completely confused. He's like, boys, smoke me, do something.
My goodness. We can't even see it. We don't know where it's coming from. It's probably just coming from heaven at this particular point in time. But you also got the boys from Slide for KT also getting into the mix right there, as they've gotten a knock right there onto one of the players from Cobra. They've taken out Luciano. Coad putting in the work right there, and you know, Slide for KT in the previous game weren't able to get into their full vibe as they were taken out quite early in the game. They'll be looking to see if they can perform a lot better. Miramar is one of the maps that they perform a lot better, so we'll see how that one actually does play out. Black Cobra player Fahita, the last one for the team, coming up against the boys from Titans, and he might just be able to pull up a surprise right here. It doesn't look like Teak is aware, but look at that return fire coming in right there from Teak, putting in the work right there. But at the end of the day, Fahita had the advantage. What a day.
Man, it is insane tonight, Fire. I cannot believe it. These teams, no team at all is holding back at the moment at all. I just love it. All these teams that play passively in the first 3 days, that try to go for the maximum amount of points there in the chicken dinners, they are just deciding, you know what, screw it, let's just full send it. And just look how good they are doing. They are just destroying the top teams at the moment.
Man, it is just a riot. Like the best way to describe this is that, you know, there's a riot. The final day, it was an absolute riot. Every single team is not holding back at this particular point in time. Himo, who is one of the players, you know, from Seoul, trying as much as possible to get into the mix against Sanke, who's the last guy now for 1 million, with the third party coming in from the boys from BJE. It is action upon action at every single corner. These teams are currently not holding back. BJE, who were trying as much as possible to see if they could get that winner with the chicken dinner in the previous game, but that eluded them. Will now be looking to see if they can perform quite well in this one as well. They've got a full team. They're pulling up onto that position where that player for 1 million is currently at, and you know, we're talking about 1 million. You know, they're currently on the top of that leaderboard, but if they go out quite early right here and there's another team that grabs like maybe 30 points, then they might be threatened.
Definitely, these top 3 teams, They're not having the best of games here. I don't think they didn't expect this much violence coming into this final day. And Zengai, he's just holding on for dear life. Oh, but here comes the third party, Team Titans, pulling up onto Blackjack Esports. One knock on both sides as Asgard does go down. And now it is Puncher. Can Puncher get the knock for his team? Can he get a return knock? He's got Petrox right on top of him. But Petrox, we know how good he is with his mollies and nades. And just as I said it, there comes the first molly, almost right on top of him. And the follow-up nade is a good nade. It does a lot of damage, just not getting him down. And Petrox just holding off an entire team there all alone.
Man, the boys from Blackjack Esports putting in the work, trying as much as possible to see if they can get another knock onto the boys from Titans. And Petrox just holding up the team right about now as he's giving his other players the time to just heal up and try to pull up onto that particular location where he currently is at. So it's a tough one. It's a 3v4 situation, but you can never rule it out for the boys from Titans. We've seen them do crazy things regardless of the numbers that they have. So the point that is just the boys from Titans, the BJE will have to play this quite careful right here.
Yeah, Blackjack Esports, they're sitting comfortably. Oh, down goes Fantasy from 3 crowns in a kill feed as well. And it looks like the top 2 teams having so much trouble here tonight. Ooh, fire. We might just see a new team pulling up there on the top 3 if this continues to carry on through the night.
Man, I was just reading the chat right now. The chat is just going absolutely crazy. The violence I was seeing right now is so amazing. We still got about 10 teams right here in the lobby, but look at how many teams have probably just one player left. Fahita is the last player for the team, but not holding back, still sending on the shots, still trying to take on people, and that's exactly the mindset that everyone in this particular game has come with. It's like everybody is just trying as much as possible to see how they can just get into that action. It's like everyone's just trigger happy, today. But look at how that circle is flowing. We still got 21. We still got Apex, in this game, and it would be lovely. It would be nice to see, maybe an Apex chicken dinner.
We might just, but I mean, you still got Blackjack Esports alive. You got Team Miv right there in the center zone. You got Team Titan still 3 man up. 21st Century getting knocked there by the blue zones there. Gatti knocked as well. But at the bottom, you still got 3 crowns. So it's still anyone's game. I'm not going to sell or cast a curse at any of these teams at the moment. I'm just going to watch here and cast all of these amazing violence here. And the kill leader, Aradoof, on 5 kills already. But here comes A9Q with a beautiful nade on Aradoof. Will he stop him right in his tracks? No, that nade is just cooked a little bit too long. Oh, fire, my favorite comment here in the chat. I just gotta read it out. Light players watching mobile tournaments at the moment.
There's a lot of violence going on that chat right there. It's so funny. I was reading the chat. I got distracted for a bit. But man, look at the boys from Team Myth also sending the shots onto the boys from Slime 4KT as they do take down one of the players right there, Plaza. But it is now getting really tight. The boys from 3 counts have lost 1 player. Already know that they're sitting down in that second spot, and we'll be looking to see if they can capitalize on the mistakes or the other teams that have been sent out and maybe grab themselves maximum points. They're about I think 20-something or 30-something points behind the boys on 1 million, and be looking to see if they can grab enough points to catch up with them. After this, they just got 2 more games, and the closer they get, the better chance they have towards finishing in that first position.
Good finger coming in with that single shot of the Mini 14. Just doing amazing. That is such fast tapping. Oh, but look at Plaza and Kahu here. Just full sending it with the vehicles. Absolutely no chill. Just deciding, you know what? Let's just go for it. And they made it to the compound. Beautiful stuff here. They still got Team Apex here, focusing on Titans now at the moment. Who's going to win this battle fire between Apex and Titans?
My money's on the boys from Apex. I feel like they've got something to prove right here. They've got the players. They're a good team, but they've not been able to just get into the redeem. So my money's on them. And look at that machine getting a knock right there onto one of the players as the knock has come onto Koge, but machine continues with the onslaught. And look at that man. He's putting in the work right there for his team, and it's just one more player right there from Titans. But man, you guys have got to go in and try to finish this one, and he is trying as much as possible to do just that, as he's been able to get himself the heal. He sends on that molly, but it doesn't do any damage, and now he'll be trying as much as possible to push in. Can Machine get that final knock? Whoa. Oh, he needs his teammate. Come on.
Down goes the machine, and now Asgar can quickly focus on getting in 2 revives, as he is the last remaining player for his team, and he needs the last Apex player to already have that revive on in and rush in for that final finish. And here comes Blessing now, just randomly throwing those mollies on in. It is the completely wrong direction, and it's again going to be a 3v3. It took way too long there. They could have had it. They could have stopped them right in their tracks, but no, that the revives and the support from Team Apex just took a bit too long.
Man, I feel like Blessing should have pushed the machine. Like, if Blessing was there with machine, they probably would have taken out that last guy. But distance happens sometimes. It's just a wrong call. But so much was sitting on machine. Said they should buy that man a beer because, man, he put in the work. It was an absolute machine in that particular one. But right now that the boy machine is down, can they still somehow win this one? But they are putting in the work. The rest of the players right there from Apex. It is just a shame that they lost their man. But Blessing goes down. Kage and Professor, why are you going to come back now? Come back. Come and help your guy. Come and help your guy. Whew.
Again, Team Apex just taking too long, and here comes Blackjack eSports now. Oh, Professor.
Oh, God.
Professor goes down.
Violence. My God. Violence everywhere. Scream papa. Monster.
Man, this is insane.
Oh my God. It was violence at every single corner. There was no peace for the wicked. No one was given an opportunity to relax for one moment. As you can see right now, we still got Fajita in this game. We got the boys from 3C, but Myth is looking really strong. They've got a position in that zone. And the boys from BJE will be looking to rotate as well. They've got a full squad. They've got themselves 4 kills. They got that third party wipe right there, as you can see from the rest of the players from Titans and Apex. Kowa is still in this game right there. They've gotten themselves into that top 4 spot as 3C gets eliminated. And what a time. So it is now just Team Myth coming up against BJE. It is most likely a 2v4. So how's this one gonna play out? Let's see.
Yo, man, this amount of violence. What happened to Duke Nukem days where you could just press a button, pause the game, take a breath, and continue with the violence? We're having none of that here tonight, Fire.
Man, all of these guys are just on some steroids today, as they're looking as much as possible to see how they can just get the next shot and the next shot and the next shot and the next shot. They're not holding back. They're just going in for the rest. And it's not just one team here. It's not just one team that's trying to be aggressive. It's like the entire lobby is just making sure that they are absolutely just going all out, at every single point in time. The boys from BJA going in from that third party, as well as the boys from Soul, as well as me pushing on and getting some few knocks onto the boys from Slime Fuck It. So you can see how it's played out for all these teams. The kills are evenly distributed, and in the final circle, you have 2 players from Myth and the boys from BJA.
Blackjack eSports surely taking the second game here, and with 2 good games under the belt, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a completely different overall ranking. They might just pull up very closely to the top 3 placement on the overall leaderboard here after this game, if they get this chicken dinner with 7 kills in total.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, so it's looking like the boys from Blackjack eSports are going to be taking on this one. They would need to put in the work. If they can get one knock onto the player from BJE, if they can take down MG, then maybe things might turn around.
Oh, there we go.
As BJE seals that game through and gets the winner chicken dinner.
Blackjack Esports sealed the deal in Game 2 of Miramar, and they are one step closer to maybe even winning this tournament. I mean, 2 good games, 1 round, and 3 crowns. Didn't have the best of 2 games so far. Oh, there's going to be a very interesting stats coming up right after this game.
You know what's so interesting is that the boys from Blackjack Esports at some point in time in the tournament were sitting down on that 3rd page, but they just kept on pushing, and maybe, just maybe, if they go on to have 2 beautiful games, they might be able to grab enough points to find themselves either first or second. We'll see how
we'll see. I mean, Blackjack Esports, they still got 2 more games coming up, and if they can have all 4 games, maybe getting another chicken dinner with one banger of a game. Oh man, we're gonna have an interesting final here tonight, folks. I just love the vitals. I love the chat. I like how you guys are keeping us busy in the chat over there. It is definitely entertaining us on the stream and over there as well. So thank you so much for all the likes and subscribes, and big shout out to Crowns and Monster Energy for bringing us a EL right here. Maybe we'll see a few teams landing on top of other teams, trying to chase the kill board. They're picking up a few easy kills, early kills on before the match even starts. That's what I would have done. I would have looked at, this is where I'm on a leaderboard. This is a team that hasn't had the best of nights so far. Let's go land on them. We know where they land. We know how they play. Let's try and get a little bit of early kill points. And then we do see Cobra there landing us out of Paradise right with another team. So Paradise definitely having 2 teams. 1 round got bootcamp all to themselves. And look at that beautiful zone. A lot of teams currently inside of it. Blackjack Esports still going down here to the southeastern side of the map, as well as Free Crowns. It's going to be interesting if Desert Flames Esports, as well as Blackjack Esports and Free Crowns run into one another. That's going to be quite an interesting fight here. But now we're down to Black Cobra, focusing on Cyclone Shield Esports here, right inside of Paradise.
Man, Cyclone Shield is what they've not had quite, the best of luck in the tournament so far. But now they'll be coming up against the bunch of Black Robots. They still got an opportunity to prove themselves. And this one, I feel like certain teams that know that, hey, you know what, when they're going to be winning this competition, can just go all out and try to spoil it for people right now. Like if I was in a situation where CLS is at, or maybe teams like 21 or Afro, that's exactly what I'll be doing. I'll just be having fun. Trying as much as possible to just spoil it for everyone else. Like everyone that has been showing me Pepe throughout the entire tournament, it's time to just, I don't even care if I win the fight. Just take out 2 of the players and just make sure that they are just, on the back foot compared to others.
Here comes the nade here from Roach. This is going to be good. Oh, just doing a little bit of damage there onto Wash, but just not getting that knock on in. And Roach now trying to get a different angle here, as well as Zero just holding on, trying to give info to his team there with his mummy outfit. And you got Vahid here on top of the roof, just waiting for the most perfect opportunity to jump on down. Surprise the team, say, hey guys, I'm here as well. How you doing?
All right, so these 2 guys just waiting for that perfect opportunity to get a knock onto at least one of the players on either side. And you can see Fahita, he's just got himself an that's an S12K, right?
And Soul Esports getting that first knock here. See, will they push on that knock though? They got Team Titans right there in front of them. Team Titans. Oh, they got it up and healed up already. Twigs, Emo, Eraduf, and Omar still up for Team Titans versus Soul here. Oh, but here's Lone. Down goes Emo. Man, what a beautiful DBS shot there to the face.
And I thought I did think to myself that he was gonna win that particular one, considering that his HP was already low. But that just goes to show you the power of that DBS right there, getting a knock right there. He's got in that first. Omar, we're looking to see if we can get an angle and get a knock onto that position where Puncher is at. But both teams have lost at least one player on both sides, and you can see the violence just continuing as these teams are currently not letting us rest, man. Enigma at some point in time, man. Whew. How we keep this up? How we keep this up? It's like violence at every single corner.
Oh, 6 goes down to Tiak now, and Iraduv 2 up for Team Soul versus Titan. Man, this is just insane. What a good competition this has been between these two teams. And Titan right there in front of him, is he going to get spotted? Will Omar be able to get a knock on in on him? Or down goes Twix, and now it's all down to Omar, the last remaining player for Team Soul.
Man, it's some crazy stuff has been going down between these teams, and Omar's trying as much as possible to keep his team alive in this particular one, and he's down to pretty much just what is 1 HP. He's trying as much as possible to run away, but it's so tight. Ooh, okay, so Puncher's not pushing. That probably gives him enough time to try to heal, but why is he? Oh, he's not got any meds. Oh my. Puncher has now waited for his teammates to join in. And Titans will be winning that particular one. Tick and Punch, the 2 players left in that particular team. It is violence upon violence at every single corner. And just as they were done with that fight, the third party coming in from Team Myth.
And now Myth's coming up here onto Team Titan. Titan down to 2 players. Myth still got a 2 full team up. Cyclone Shield eSports knocking and killing their Team Cobra as Isaac takes down Wash. Or down goes Fatah as well. Now down to Hamid. Is Hamidi going to be able to do something here for Team Cobra? Cyclone Shield eSports doing amazing here inside of Paradise.
Man, some crazy stuff going on in that chat bar. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, but see, let's not giving up right here as Cobra is now down to the last guy. It's just Luciano try and pull in something. They're not running away. They're not holding back. As you can see, Roach going to peeking in that one. He does get a knock, and Luciano putting in the work in this one. Let's see, will he be able to take out the other player right there? And Danny Brown holding it out for his team as it does take out the last guy right there for Black Cobra. We got 13 teams left.
13 teams. Cyclone Shield eSports losing 2 players, but they pick up 4 kills. And Team Titan are down to their last player, trying to get away from a team if they're chasing them here from behind. 1 million eSports getting knocked here by Afro King.
All right, every single game, I don't know how they do it. It just seems like the boys from 1 million are just coming up really close to the boys from Afro every single game. And this time around, you know, on that last day, it does seem like it's now beginning to backfire. You know, the boys from Afro are stepping it up, but maybe we spoke too soon. As right now, as you can see, Sankey does get on. But the Afro boys are putting in the work as they take on another player. And this is exactly what the boys from 1 million do not need, because right now they're looking to seal this game through. If they lose their last man in this one, then they would have gone out quite early. And the boys from Afro, they're stepping it up, but my goodness, they're stepping it up quite late as they find a way to take out the
Nagato. And here comes Metro as well. Metro joining Nagato here with the push onto 4KT Fire. And they are doing good. They lost Mons, but Nagato, Devil, and Metro both here on top of Plaza. Oh, this does not look good for 4KT at all right here in this Sanok match. They normally do extremely well on Sanok, but this time on Metro, I think he has spotted him though, as he chases him down with the vehicle, trying to get in front of him. Taking that compound in front, will he be able to spot him? Are they going to stop 4KT right here in their tracks? And right behind him, here comes Nagato. Can Nagato get the knock there for his team?
Man, some curious times coming in for all of these teams who are vying for that top spot. What about some iMega are putting in the work right there as they are chasing down the boys from Slime for KT, but Plaza is having none of that. He's sending on shots to the boys from iMega and trying as much as possible to keep his team alive in this particular game. It is violence at every single corner. You see that map shifting all the way towards that northern region. There's a lot of that map that is currently situated in the water. That means things are going to be a lot more deadly than teams even realize. Plaza trying to fight it out for his team. He's got players on both sides behind him and in front of him right here on that hill, and it is really tough for him to keep himself in this particular game. We'll see how this one plays out as he's going to be receiving some support right here. Can Devil take him down, or will he get gone down? Whoa, but the support finally coming in from 100 Fingers for KT as he does put in the work right there, get on knock onto one of the players right there from iMega. He might be able to get that revive. He throws in the molly to try as much as possible to evade Nagato. I feel like, bro, get that revive.
Get that revive, yeah. I was about to say, man, he's taking so many shots, they're blind into the smoke. He could have gotten that revive up, quickly made it a 2v2 again, and then go in for that push again. Taking too long there with that revive.
Man, some crazy stuff that's been happening at every single corner. While we're taking a look onto this fight, we still got the boys from Apex who are also in a skirmish of their own. 100 Finger still trying and keeping his team alive, keeping the game alive for them. They're in a situation where it's a 2v3 coming up against the boys from iMega, but oh man, Enigma.
And this is insane. Insane. Then here you got Natro focusing on 4KT getting a no knock on there. Here comes Team Titan as well from behind. And Devil got knocked there by Team Titan. He's going to bleed out. He's not going to be able to get saved. Down to Nagato and Matro. Nagato and Matro versus 4KT's last player. They got to knock there onto Plaza. It's down to 100 Finger. Can 100 Finger clutch it? No, Matro spotted him. Oh, and he does take him down. That is it for 4KT.
Oh, I did not see this coming. I did see them going out quite early again, but the boys from Sniper KT have been putting in, great performances throughout the entire competition and even in this finals. But this last day has not just gone their way, as teams have just changed the shape of how they attack and changed the dynamics of the game fully. And they're just pushing. They're just being aggressive. They're giving no care, and the confidence that's booming from all of them is just amazing. What I want for all these teams is to take this performance that they have on this final day and look to see, hey, how can you replicate this, more often? How can you be this confident? Teams like iMega, continuously. All right. So Enigma, just take us through this fight between the boys from 3C and Apex.
3 Crowns, they are way off in the blue fire. I mean, the next zone, it is about the 4th zone, and they're still on their landing spot at the moment. And you still got Team Apex just camping there inside of that building, hoping and praying that 3 Crowns would leave so that he can get to zone as well. They've got such a long way to go. They do have a vehicle. Oh man, that is a long rotation. Let's see, what is the machine going to do? Is he going to try and get a spray, a 1 out of 2 out of that vehicle before they get up that hill? And now down they go. Let's see, what is machine going to do? Come on, machine. Show us what you are made of. No, machine is just going to let them all leave and continue that way. And look how far they have to go to get into that zone. That is going to be extremely crazy. They're going to be so low coming out of this blue. And he does get one down. Actually, 1-9 does go down by machine. Would he be able to get another one down?
Man, what a time for all these guys. The boys from Apex looking as much as possible to see if they can grab themselves a couple of kills right there. So you can see Kage taking out a couple of players from Desert Flame, but they haven't got Machine right next to them. I do believe like he should just go away from this particular one, hop into the vehicle and provide some support to his team. I would think that would probably be a better situation, just heading on to Kage and the rest.
3 Crowns. Very bad position. Team Apex. Currently 3 players, but it's only 1 player that's way off inside of the blue zone. See, they got that revive in. They still have a vehicle. They got such a long way to get to that zone. Can they actually get back up that leaderboard? They got 1 kill on the leaderboard so far, but I was hoping they would, step up their gameplay quite a lot, seeing as where they are, where the rest of the teams are, how the rest of the teams are playing. They need to step up on that same level, same pace to keep up with Blackjack Esports, with Titan Gaming, with Soul Esports, with all these teams now just pushing and pushing, and Free Crowns is now slacking. They're just holding back. They're playing a passive game where the aggressive gameplay in the first 3 days is what actually got them on top of that leaderboard. So this is quite interesting to see coming from Free Crowns. 37 first aids. He's definitely gonna go for the heal off. As always in these stand-up matches, Titan Gaming getting eliminated, and Blackjack Esports now off against Cyclone Shield Esports. MG taking down Danny Brown, and it's all down to Roach. Roach, the last remaining player for Cyclone Shield Esports. Oh, but he gets spotted here from Corona last, taking him out, and that is it for them as well. But 1 round, they managed to survive that engagement. Team Apex now getting focused here by Free Crowns. Man, there's just teams focusing on teams that doesn't even know they're playing in this tournament at the moment. I feel like they're playing all over on all maps at the moment, playing it against different teams. Just seeing names pop up left, right, and center. I'm having a hard time keeping up with all the action here. And Playzone taking down Apex, Blessing, and that is it for Blessing as well. Now we got down to 3 crowns, still 4 men on, 4 men strong, 4 kills on the board. They got a long way to go to start to climb up that leaderboard again.
Man, this is so important for all of these guys, because, you know, the boys in 3 crowns now will be looking at telling themselves, hey, you know what, we got to try as much as possible to grab those points. But Marshall is still surviving. He's still in this game, and that is the determining factor for the entire lobby. Because if Marshall can grab his team a couple of points, then it might just turn things entirely around. But the boys from Blackjack Esports are looking quite strong as they do pull up into that position right next to the boys from 21, and will be instantly hopping into a skirmish that they do take out Pharaoh, looking for those kills. And my goodness, look at them just pounding 6Ben, and Pharaoh is now just left with Agatha to try as much as possible to hold things down. But these boys are looking really strong. Agatha sending on the shots onto Petrox, but not able to take Petrox down. And my goodness,
Rapper taking on Eloach. MG just holding off there with his first. It's Corona last. Let's see, what is Corona last gonna be able to do here? He is the last one left with his team here on top of the mountain. He's got Boyka OP and Gatti on one side. He's got a whole different team focusing him from behind. Oh, Corona last does get spotted, and he gets taken out by Afro Punk. And Team Afro just destroying them there on top there. That is not what Blackjack Esports would have wanted, seeing how close they were to that top position. Team Apex does get eliminated in 9th position, and here comes 3 crowns now. 3 crowns on 1 round, and this is what it's gonna count. If they get him out here, either way, the team that will win this fight is gonna be the team smiling all the way.
And we did speak about you know, teams just playing spoiler, and that's exactly what the boys from Afro are doing right now. They're playing spoiler in this particular game, Afro and 21, while BJE was looking really strong to go into that final circle. They got about 3 players, or their full team right there. They played spoiler to the boys from BJE and took down 3 of their players, and right now have turned things around completely. The boys from 3 crowns as well also getting into some trouble.
Yeah, definitely in trouble there. As you can see, all these players, I mean, I feel like they could have won that if they had a full team with them. But both 3 crowns and Blackjack Esports decided to leave 1 player behind with all of their mates to do a heal off. You still got MG there with 19 first aids left. Now, okay, that's all good and well. You're getting those placement points. But man, how good would that placement have been with an extra 10, maybe 15 kills?
Yeah, the problem that they're going to have is because you also got Marshall, who is also doing the hill strats as well. So those points are not really going to count as much as they think. If the boys from if Marshall goes out before BJ's guy, then maybe that may count for them. But it's just very little points at the end of the day because right now we're down to the top 7. We only got about 2 teams right here in that final circle. I feel like BJE should have been more confident in himself. I know that they were really pressured, but they should have probably just gone into that final circle with their full squad. If they had that extra guy, then they might have been able to get those revives on and boss this final game. But you never know how it's gonna go. But oh, look at that, Escanor taking out 1 million, and this may turn things around for the boys from BJE and 3C, because right now, if this game can finish quickly, all right, and they get themselves into maybe a second spot, then it might just be enough for them. Or no, not second spot actually. Are they 3? Okay, yeah, they can get into second spot. Then it might just turn things around for them. So right here, who's gonna grab the winner chicken dinner? Is it gonna be 21 grabbing their first winner chicken dinner in this game, or with the boys from iMega who have been aggressive so far, grab on this one?
And let's see, iMega, Natoro, and Nagatu versus 21st Century. It's all down to these 2 teams, as the rest of the other 3 teams is all having a heel battle way off in a distance, somewhere in the blue zone. And there we go. We got our first team that ran out of meds, and that is 1 round. Let's see who's going to spot who first here. Oh, they're all snaking. They're all being part of the bush. They are one with the grass. MG is still holding on with his meds. 21st Century on 6 kills. Blackjack eSports with 4 kills. And MG's running out of meds. He's got 1 left, and I think that's going to be it.
Ooh. All right. Tight moments right there. BJE going out in 5th place, and I'm curious to see what those points count for them at the end of the day. We still got the boys from 3C, and it does look like there's one team that's not on my mind right about now. Is probably doing the heel strats, but it would lovely to see 21 grab those maximum points against the boys right there from iMega. Eliminated right there, you do see the boys from Blackjack Esports in 5th position. Okay, but right now, boy, get it a knock right there onto one of the players from iMega, and stands up right there. It's Agatha getting that last knock, and all those points right there are going to go to them, as they've got nobody else sitting down with them in that final circle. So congratulations to 21 grabbing on finally that winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, well played.
Round.
1 more game left. 1 more Erangel. And 21st Century ending game 3. You're taking the chicken dinner. And there we go. Free Crown getting eliminated in 3rd position. And there go Team F as well. And 21st Century taking that chicken dinner. There's always heel-offs in this Sanok match. A little bit of a slower game right here, Fire.
Yeah, it was a bit slower. You can see that there was more pressure on the teams to grab themselves those extra points. But 2021 finally getting a winner chicken dinner. They've not had quite a great competition so far. So it's lovely to see them be able to boost up their confidence, especially in a lobby like this. And yeah, congrats to them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they'll take it either way. Coming into the final day, picking up a chicken dinner against this OP teams, that is still well done to them either way. It doesn't matter where you are on the leaderboard. That is still pretty good gameplay, pretty good zone prediction, and all around just OPness taking that win right there. A little bit of a slower game, a little bit unfortunate for Blackjack Esports. They were on fire for game 1 and 2. Coming in here to game 3, they were the favorites to go all the way and maybe pull up on top of that pole position on the leaderboard. They just couldn't I feel like they played a little bit too passively. Yeah, they should have kept the flame going. They should have kept the foot on the pedal, and maybe that would have been a little bit better. But we still have one more game coming up, Fire. So it's still anyone's game. It's gonna go either way. There's so many things that can happen on that leaderboard for that $1,000 grand prize.
I feel like this game was the moment for BJE to just storm and turn things around, but they decided to go for the hill strats, and that probably has affected them. Right now it's all down to how they control the nerves in this last game. Will it be too much pressure for them, or will they use that as a motivation to go around and just grab the amount of kills that they need to just seal that game through? One, they've got to take out the boys from 1 million, and they got to do it quite early on. Two, they've got to get them a lot of kills, maybe 15 kills to be able to get there. But we'll see on the entire leaderboard what the amount of points that they need.
Definitely. Now, before we end or start with our final game for the final day, let's head over to Crowns and take us through Game 3, what really happened, and show us where the teams currently is.
Well, thank you. Now, something that we definitely see on the final day of almost every single tournament is the bottom teams now start to do better when we get into those final 2 games. And I thought I would see something different, but first of all, kudos to 21st Century. Not gonna lie, ever since their first game when they on day 7 of the qualifiers, ever since that game, we've not really seen them have the best of games, right? So seeing them actually win a winner chicken dinner here in the grand finals just kind of shows that it kind of puts a statement down that, you guys know what, we're actually capable of winning that winner chicken dinner. I'm impressed to see what they did by that. Blackjack, on the other hand, they needed that game. They needed that game more than they could imagine. But 1 million esports, we know them. They are the chiefs when it comes to healing off. And that is exactly what they've done in that game to grab themselves a good finish, to also boost themselves up on that leaderboard. At this point, I could almost see the tournament to 1 million esports.
Whew, man, this one is about to get really, really, really crazy, because it's all down to this final game. Who is going to be grabbing home this particular game? Like you heard from Crowns, if the boys from BJE can grab a winner chicken dinner in this particular game, and the boys from 1 million go out quite early or don't get as much points, have probably like a 13-point gap, then maybe somebody else, the boys from BJE might win, or the boys from 3 Crowns. It is really close. So the boys from 1 million have got to step things up. If they do have a bad game early on, like we saw them having in the previous one, that may just mean that they get annihilated. So yeah, it's all down to little margins right now, and we'll be seeing that flight path moving all the way from that southwestern region towards that northeast, right there around Kameshki. And we know that 2 teams such as Cobra and Myth will be heading towards that position right there in Pochinki. So let's see how this game goes down. And Nigma, yeah, who do you think will grab this one for you?
Oh, definitely Blackjack eSports. If they play it the way they played game 1 and 2, if they play it like they played game 3, then it's going to be 1 round, most definitely. Oh, 1 million, my apologies.
1 million boys, are on the front foot for now, but they've got to put up a performance in this particular game. They can't be complacent and think that the game's done and dusted. We do see the boys from Cobra and Myth, just as predicted, have landed themselves in that Pochinki region. So they're going to be going through a fight as well. Again, the boys from iMaker and BJE are headed towards that position around Rosehawk. I do see 1 million also moving with a team, so we'll see how that one actually goes down. But like we've seen this every single game in Sandhawk, the boys from Myth and Cobra going at each other's throats.
Cobra and Myth still not letting go of Pochinki. It's still a full-on battle. Oh, the DBS from Cobra with a quick little DBS knock there from on top. And Cobra down to 2 players. Now it's team. Oh, and he's almost gotten taken out Fahir is so low there. Will he be able to get another knock on in, or is he going to be able to get that revive on his teammate and make it a 2v4 at the bottom there again? Oh, there comes a nade. What a beautiful nade there. Gets another knock on down. He needs to heal him up. He needs his boy Hamadi to pull on up on them. He needs a 3-man team versus the 2 that's left for Team F at the moment.
Well, I was looking at the boys from Cobra on the back foot for a moment right there, but somehow Faita's able to fight things out. You can see those revives going down for the boys from Myth, and this is where he should have been going in to get that finish, but somehow Faita didn't go for the finish, and this might come back to bite them. This might just come back to bite them at any particular moment in time right now. So I feel like I'm finding it strange that he didn't finish.
Yeah, definitely. Cobra sitting on 3 players left standing, and it's not looking very good for Cobra here at the moment. They did lose Luciano, and it's a full team there, 4 team Mifsel. Are they going to be able to clutch it again? The DBS was pretty quick. There was some beautiful gameplay. Oh, Brony gets knocked in from the side. And there we go. That is the violence as Hamadi has finally pulled up here on his teammates. He's got another player on in his sights. One of the Cobra teams Mif team is very, very low. Is Cobra going to start on pushing on down? Fahid needed to push on that knock though. I think he's going to be pretty sorry if he does get taken out and he watches the stream and see how low they were. And no, he did not push on that.
My goodness, I'm just reading the chart right now. The chart's going absolutely bonkers. But let's focus on this game right now. As the boys from Cobra are in a 3v4 situation against the boys from Myth, who I don't believe they have so many meds. They're trying as much as possible to hold their position. One made into that particular position where Broly and his teammates is at could cost them a lot of damage and probably send them knocked down. But Cobra, they've got to be a lot braver in this particular one. But I guess they're just waiting for that next knock.
For Team Titan pulling up onto Team Soul. Yeah, this should be a good match indeed. And here comes Omar. Is he pulling up with the vehicle? Is he trying to get away with the vehicle? Looks like he can't decide. Looks like he's driving into circles here. How's this one going to play on out? Cobra still going at it here inside of Pachinki. No one pushing in just yet. It's the final game here of AEL Finals. It's anyone's game. It's a 3v3 at the moment right there in front of him. Man, oh, what a beautiful knock by the UMP.
Hamadi going in right now. Go for that. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Go for that thirst. Don't let them revive again, because they were in a situation where the boys from Myth were able to get that revive on, and right now they don't have the meds. They're going in for, the rest of the players right there from Myth. It's just 2 players who are currently up. But turning our sights right now onto the boys from Titans who are coming up against the boys from Soul. We've seen so much going down between, the boys from Soul and Titans today. We've seen so much action coming from them, but look at this one right here. The boys from Black Cobra getting themselves 2 kills so far. Titans, as well as the boys from 1 million, they've got 2 kills to the name so far. Will that be enough to build their confidence? See how that goes.
Carrying the enemy.
This is so toxic.
Torture.
This is so toxic, man. This is so toxic.
Oh, this is the beauty of the game. These boys are just having fun at the moment. They had the time of their lives here in this final game. And he's just like, no, please, guys, just rather kill me. And they are just having fun here with him.
Man, what a time going down as everyone is just currently having fun. You can say that. Oh my goodness, what is this?
How is it not dead yet?
Oh god, this does me toxic, my god. Oh my god, they're just toying with him.
And there we go, finally ending him out of his misery. And they lose another player.
Oh my god, the boys from Titans currently just having fun on the stream right there as they do get themselves another knock so far. We still got about 15 teams in this lobby as several different teams will be looking to see how they can perform and boost themselves all the way up. But teams that we've got to take note of are the boys right there from 3C. You've also got BJE who will be looking to see if they can grab that #1 spot right there from the boys from 1 million who currently find themselves in that position around that South Georgia pool. And they're currently all alone. They're outside the zone, and these are the moments, right here, where things do turn around. Things can turn themselves around. If the boys from BJE can take out boys from 1 million quite early, then maybe things might just turn around. But right there, you can see the last player from Myth gets sent back into the lobby. But
as you can see, Fantasy just holding that angle, yeah. Are they going to push right into Free Crowns? I mean, Titan, they definitely want to push up as high as they can up that leaderboard to get the maximum amount of prize money. And Free Crowns is exactly in front of them. What a beautiful nade there from Fantasy. Getting down Puncher. And a pre-fire around the corner, almost taking down Tiak there as well. And in they come. Fantasy pushing on in closer. Oh, the beautiful jump shot here from behind, but Kako, he just falls to his death right in front of Fantasy. He had no way of getting down that tire. So he's like, oh, catch me, bro, catch me.
Man,
catch me.
Oh, this guy, 1-9 goes down. Tough one coming in from the boys from 3C. And right about now, the boys from 1 million will just be smiling at this, loving every single inch of that kill feed. But you can see that zone's coming as well. The boys from Titans trying as much as possible to hold their own in this particular fight. They've got a 3-man squad. They've been able to take one player at least from the boys from 3C, and things are looking really tough for all these guys. On the kill feed right there, we do see the boys from 1 million also being in some trouble. Look right there, a couple of the players have got to take it down. It does feel like there's a 3-way fight going on between Imega, CLS, and the boys from 1 million right there on that kill feed. It is violence at every single corner.
It is indeed. They lost Thacker and 3 crowns. 1 million eliminated. That is gonna cost them. That is going to cost them big time. Definitely Blackjack eSports and 3 Crowns both smiling. I'm pretty sure they saw that on the kill feed there. It's still a 3-man up for 3 Crowns. They got Titan 6 right there, left, right in front of him. Tiak bleeding out slowly inside. Oh, but Kou, did he hear him though? Was he going to take the shots? Will he get him out of the buggy? No, he gets away from him, and 6 might just be able to get a revive on his teammate here on Tiak and making it a duo versus squads here in this final game. And 3 Crowns, they are now getting into that zone. Oh, and what a game changer. 4KT getting onto Team Afro now. 4 kills on the leaderboard. They lost Storm, they lost 100 Finger, down to Kou and Plaza.
All right, about some time 4KT now putting up onto this particular position. They've got a 2-man squad. They're coming up against the players from Afro. As you can see.
Oh, DBS.
Koa. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend. Taking out the
Koa versus Neo. It's not looking very good for Team Afro at the moment. Plaza with a nade ready in his hands, cooking it to perfection. Will it hit in it? Oh, it just missed him.
I believe in Neo. Neo can do a 1v2. Can do it. Trust me. Just trust me. Believe.
Oh, that's a beautiful nade. Oh, wrong. Oh, back of the head. All you heard was a ting. How you doing? See you next season.
All right, so that will be the end for the season for the boys from Afro as they go out in 12th place right there. We still got about 11 teams right here in the lobby. The boys from CLS are still trying to do the possible to hold their own in this particular game. But remember, the boys from 1 million have been taken out of the game. And this still leaves some opportunities for Blackjack eSports and 3C.
Pretty quiet here in his final game as well. it looks like, I don't know, are they getting tired? Is the gas running out? Do they need to recharge? Something is happening. There's not the same aggressiveness as we see in the last day start. The pressure is just next level here at the moment. And out goes Black Cobra. And it's now down to our last few teams. Last 7 teams.
Man, it's down to 7 teams right now. Who's going to grab home that winner chicken dinner at the end of the day? You still see the boys from Blackjack are still in this one, still trying as much as possible to hold their own down. Snipe4KT is still grabbing on those points, and and you know, there's the boys from Snipe4KT managed to be able to boost themselves up all the way on that leaderboard. You can see Koa and Plaza still putting in the work right there. They've got themselves 10 kills so far. They're still getting more and more kills. If they Whoa. Koa's the last one. 21.
Oh, out they go. 4KT out in 6th place. They had the most kills, but I think it's just going to be a little bit too late. AMG, the last player for Blackjack eSports, gets eliminated by 6. And that is it. The top teams, the top 3 is all out of this game. Down to Omega and 21st Century with Desert Flames eSports and Team Apex, the last 4 teams. And I think Omega might just take this last game here, Fire.
Yeah, definitely. I do think at the end of the day it's going to be 1 million who wins that one, because the other teams could not capitalize on the amount of points that they
needed,
getting taken out. So I mean I'm not sure if it's too early to say congratulations to the boys on 1 million, regardless of the fact that they got taken out quite early. But let's focus on the rest of the team. See who's going to be grabbing home that last winner chicken dinner of the entire tournament. You got the boys from Desert Flame still looking strong as they've got themselves a 4-man squad, but they've just got 1 kill. They've been quite silent throughout this entire particular game. The boys from iMega have been a bit more aggressive in this one. They've got themselves 5 kills as well as 21. And the boys from Team Apex, who haven't gotten any kills so far, but they'll be looking to see if they can grab themselves some points to boost them up on that leaderboard in this game.
Also just holding on to his buggy and the little rock here as they Apex Professor getting knocked there. Desert Flame still a full team up. They got 1 knock there on Professor on Apex. Are they going to capitalize on that knock though? Are they going to push on in, or are they just going to go for zone and focus on whoever is inside of zone at the moment? You see you got Flacco there. Oh, what a beautiful nade there from Flacco, getting down Lala. Surely they should have pushed on that. That is 2 knocks on Team Apex. They are 4v2. Capitalize on it. Pick up the 4 kills. End on 5 kills, focus on the last 3 teams, and take a few steps on that leaderboard to get a little bit more of that prize money.
Man, what a day for all of these teams. We're now down to just 3 teams left. As you can see, the boys from Apex have gotten taken out of the game right there by the Desert Flames, as they've got themselves 4 kills right now. They still got a full squad, and they'll be looking to see if they can get themselves into a great position within that zone. But they got to be careful, because the boys from 21 are just lurking around them. As you can see, Pharaoh and 6Ben are getting really close, and we're about to see a skirmish coming down between these 2 teams. But there's also still iMega who's in the mix, who can come in with that 3rd party into that position where they're at. The nades are getting sent down, and it's all down to tiny margins on who gets the next knock.
That's not Desert Flames. Oh, down goes one from Desert Flames. It is easy that goes on down. It's down to Flacco, 6 guard, and Klasa. Oh, here comes the follow-up nade. That nade looks super good. That is a beautiful nade. Oh, Pharaoh with an amazing nade. And the follow-up nade. Oh, Flacco might just get knocked with a nade as well. It's 2 down for Desert Flames, and 21st Century might just stop them in the tracks right here. But 6 guard, it's got a beautiful angle there from below. All right in front of Flacco. Flacco is going to be happy about that crash. He's going to say, hello, how you doing? See you next game. And out goes 21st Century just like that. You got them all iMega from behind, as well as Desert Flames. And 21st Century does pick up that 1 kill on Desert Flames. Oh, down goes Flacco from the top, as Natro quickly with a nice little wide rotation with a wide flank, but it is too late, as he will get spotted by 6 guard with a return fire. And now it is a 1v3, but iMega eSports, they take it. Well done, well played.
Lovely, lovely, lovely gameplay coming in from the voice of iMega Esports. What a time. Great violence we saw from all of these teams. 21 putting in a better performance in that final circle. So they can hold their shoulders up high and go back and say, hey, they got a winner chicken dinner on the final day. And they also performed well against all of these top teams. So yeah, great performance coming in from 21. But I only wish that they had done that quite earlier on in the previous days. But great stuff from all these teams. I can't just wait to see who we congratulate at the end of the day. My money,
Yeah, I mean,
on 1 million.
I think 1 million might just have scraped through. This was not their final day at all. We didn't see them as we saw them in the first 3 days. There was something missing today. Maybe they did not have their gaming chairs all set up, or the RGB lights on, or something was missing from today on getting what we know they usually get. But beautifully done either way. And I mean, even with 3 crowns and Blackjack Esports, they came back here in this final day with a bang. And if they did this the whole 4 days, they could have they had the most chicken dinners of all the teams. They could have run away with this tournament if they had this type of gameplay throughout the 4 days. But I mean, even you have to give it up to 21st Century, to Desert Flames, to Seoul Esports, to Team Titans, all the teams that just pushed on in through here in this final day and just outperformed on so many levels here in this finals. Beautifully done. This was such an amazing journey to be part of.
Great stuff. All right, so we'll now turn our sights onto crowns to round things up for us.
Mega Esports. It took you guys long enough. I'm pained. I am pained. This will be the first time a team is winning a winner chicken dinner. I'm actually pained that they won a chicken dinner, because I'm like, iMega Esports, we've been waiting for this iMega Esports. Where did you put it? And then deciding to just show us that, final 2 games, let's show them that iMega Esports, we still got what it takes. But man, that's the point of the finals. We want a situation whereby you can show us consistency from the beginning till the end, iMega Esports. But still, I'm still gonna award you guys, award you guys for that win, because that was actually a pretty good win. Not gonna lie, that zone was one of the very messy zone, and the game in general was crazy. I mean, started all the way from flipping Titan Gaming taking the fight with Seoul Esports, right? Which to a point I was laughing, because I'm like, Seoul Esports, Titan Gaming is there. What were you looking for, right? But anyway, that happened, and then it was Titans against 3 crowns. And I'd like to point this out. I enjoyed how quickly 3 Crown Esports disengaged from that fight the instance they saw 1 million go out on the queue feed. They understood that once 1 million is out early, we need to chase those points. But unfortunately, at this point, I don't think it was enough. It wasn't enough, and I think 1 million Esports definitely going to be the winners of the African Elite League. But this was how I thought they were, jumping off till I saw the leaderboards. But anyway, before we start to head on into all of those details, would like to see who the MVP for this last game was. I think it has to be Koa from Slime 4KT, because I saw that dude absolutely on fire in that game, and indeed it is him. 8 elimination points, 1,063 damage to go alongside it. Slime 4KT not doing the best until this last game, and even this last game, only 10 points. I mean, they did get 10 points from Alien, so yeah, that's good. With placement points of about 5 or 6, doesn't quite add up too nicely, but still good performance from them in this final game, but not on the final day. Definitely a drop performance from them, but well, maybe this would be like a little bit of a redemption. But anyway, 8 eliminations, and Slime 4KT had 10 and Koa had 8, and I know a couple of you want to go on the chat about how Koa is carrying Slime 4KT, but to me, I look at it as he is a fragger for a reason, and we've seen so many of these other fraggers in the lobby. Nagato, Venom, Marshall, we've seen all of them show that, that is what fraggers do. They're able to get those elimination points. But Slime doing so much numbers as they were able to take out about three teams, if I'm not mistaken, in that game. But unfortunately, not quite enough. 2 players to hold it up to the end of the day. Not enough for them to do to actually get into those top positions. But anyway, nonetheless, we'll still keep heading on as we get to see the head-to-head between 2 teams, iMega Esports and Slime 4KT. iMega with 8 elims and Slime with 10. And 8 elims on the side of slime of Iberia Esports just makes me say, whoa, only Koa at 8 elims. But still, they did put up the numbers on the board. 1,482. That is nice to see. 5 assists to go alongside it. That is absolutely nice. And Iberia Esports, I called them out in that game, saying that, you know, we've been waiting for you to pull up, you know, the iMega that we saw in the qualifiers, right? And, you know, being one of those first teams to qualify into the finals, iMega Esports, I would have expected this performance, you know, a long time ago, not just in this final game, but still, a winner chicken dinner, 8 eliminations to go alongside it. That is more than enough to push them up on that leaderboard, you know, kind of brush them away from that 11th place up to that, you know, maybe say somewhere around 7th-ish. But I did see Desert Flame also do well. Matter of fact, I thought Desert Flame was actually going to win that game, but it did look like that flank from Nagato was absolutely pinpoint and accurate to actually grab his team that winner chicken dinner. But anyway, 10 eliminations from the side of Slime, the most in the lobby, following closely by iMega Esports with 8 and 21st century. Man, I have to say this. Where was this? Sixpen, where did you put all of these strats? Bro, come on. 21st century, I wanted this type of gameplay from the beginning of the finals, and seeing you guys put out in the last 2 games, I'm not too satisfied, but I'm gonna take it as a little bit of a consolation prize, you know. Team Apex, I was talking about how you needed to grab points in this final game, but unfortunately you were not able to grab the points. Only 51 damage up on board, not too much. Afro Esports, the same team. Now 1 million, I like the fact that they actually put up 5 elimination points on board before, you know, eventually going out, making sure that they're creating a little bit of gap between themselves and every other team in the lobby. And Blackjack Esports, the game where they needed it the most, they went out early. And I kind of put the blame on them a little bit, right? Because that rotation that they decided to go for early on in the game was not the best, right? Trying to rotate from that northeastern edge of the circle where Slime 4KT is, I don't know, when it comes, it's not something I wouldn't say don't do, but it's something I would say do not do it when the last game is a game where it matters, right? When it comes to that last game, you want to be pinpoint. You do not want to be sloppy, right? And, you know, running into some teams is not exactly what you want. You know, be like 3 Crown Esports. Realize that this is what is going on. Get out of there. Even if Kakao knew where the last player was, he decided to just get out of there. But I mean, at the end of the day, it didn't really pay out well for 3 Crown Esports, as we're not able to get that winner chicken dinner that they extremely needed. They only got 2 elimination points, so definitely not enough to do anything on those overall leaderboards. Titan continued on that strong performance, but seeing what Slime 4KT did, it's a question of will Titans be able to, you know, climb above Slime 4KT with this performance that they put up on the board. 5 elimination points, and I don't know where they really went out in the game, but yeah, we'll see what they did. Man, Flacco up against Koa. Flacco able to survive so well for his team, able to do well. He did get revived, but unfortunately that flank from Nagato was something that they never saw coming, which took them out instantly. And it's interesting to actually see Flacco having more grenade kills than Koa. Yeah, you know. But I think Koa was more on his DBS side today than his grenade side. But Flacco, on the other hand, was on his grenade side today, as was able to get 1 grenade elimination. And look at the 4 eliminations to go around for his team, able to grab them to about 2nd place. You got to love an IGL that knows how to shoot, and that is exactly what Flacco has come to do here for Desert Flame Esports. I believe I've only seen them in 2 games today, and both games that they played today, they actually did do good. So yeah, I'm impressed. And I said this about Desert Flame Esports. They are a team that I know that regardless of what happens, they know how to strive and fight and continue up on that fight. So this is something I love to see. Desert Flame Esports coming in the final game of the day, showing a little bit of high head, you know, of putting their heads high, let's put it that way, you know, putting in the performance up on board. Interesting and lovely to see there from Desert Flame Esports. Koa also on the side. Man, I actually did hear someone call him Soa, and I'm like, wait, is it Koa or Soa? Who knows? But anyway, that is that about that, and we're about to head into the overall rankings. Elephants in the room, drum roll coming in through as we will be revealing the winners of the African Elite League. It's going to be none other but 1 Million Esports, doing it in style, doing it with finesse, the only team to cross 200 points mark. And I said it, whatever team is able to to breach that 200 point mark most likely will be the one winning, as 1 million esports do end up winning the African Elite League with only one winner chicken dinner. Matter of fact, they're the odd one out amongst the top 4. Matter of fact, they'll top 3 too, but this is absolutely wonderful. 1 million esports, they came in clutch, and not gonna lie, I have to commend 1 million esports for the performance, the killer of a performance that they decided to show on that second day, or actually the third day yesterday. Yeah, because that was just amazing, right? Seeing that they were in second place and then they decided to work their way up the top of that leaderboard, and the instant they got to first place, I said it, 1 million is not that team that would allow first place slip off of their hands, and they continue to show that tenacity going into the finals. Love to see that one. Final day, 1 million esports out there in first position, 93 elims, not the most in the lobby, but still the second, most in the lobby, just after Titan Game, which I'll talk about in a second. But 202 damage, total points up on board. Interesting to see. They've been absolutely wonderful throughout the whole tournament. Blackjack eSports, I love the fact that they were able to bump up to second place. They started the finals out there with 5th. They were in 5th, and then they jumped up, not succumbing to any pressure coming from Titan, Team Mate, and Team Soul. They jumped up all the way to second place on this final day with this good performance that they showed today. Blackjack, I'm impressed. I love this one. This is a big W on my side, right? 3 Crown Esports, a big L, not gonna lie. You guys were in first, day 1, day 2, and then on final day you're finishing in 3rd. Bro, that is what? The prize pool that you're getting is reduced by close to 500. Damn. It is painful to know that you have that, you had it, right? But anyway, Blackjack Esports, big kudos. 3 Crown Esports, big kudos. Slime, a huge drop today. Man, this is the worst I've seen Slime in the whole of the finals, right? 3 games, they were absolutely bad. Like, this is not something that we see so often, right? So Slime 4KT, I do not know what you guys came into today with, what you guys had in mind, but yesterday they were in 3rd place in close contention for 1st place, right? And actually it just seemed like they slept on it, right? Not even seemed like they did sleep on it, right? And that is them out there in 4th place with 179 points. Titan Gaming tried so hard. They needed that last game. Fortunately, not quite enough to jump up. And I keep saying this, Titan doing so well on the eliminations, but the placement points, they are lacking. Top 5, they're the only team with less than 100 elimination. Less than 100 placement points. And even if you look at Team Myth, who is in 6th, they have 99, close to 100, but Titan only 74. And I think working on those placement points is something Titan Gaming needed to do. I think they took just one too many fights earlier in the game that they always head into those final games of the season, final phases of the game with not as much players. So Titan Gaming, until you guys step up. Teammates, I keep saying it, you guys and Black Cobra kept taking a fight that was not too necessary, and both teams, it didn't play out well for any of them, because teammates could have jumped to the top of the leaderboard but ended up losing the Pochinki fight this time to Black Cobra. So this is not something that we want to see repeating himself. I think they actually did win it, but not with so many players available. So that being said, Soul Esports, you guys, I had so much expectation. Finishing in 7th place is not too bad. 2 winner chicken dinners, also not too bad. But man, I want to actually see that same Soul Esports that came here and did 15 kills, I believe, in 10 minutes in Sandhawk. That's the Soul Esports I wanted to see in the finals. Fortunately, they were able to bring the Black Cobra. This is something that you guys did in the African Elite Championship finals. And you've come to do it again here in the Elite League, right? No chicken dinners up on board, but up there on the leaderboards. But still, 8th position is not too good, and I'm not enjoying that. iMega eSports, it came down to the last game, and just look at that. Imagine iMega kept having good games like this. They most likely wouldn't be in 9th. They'll probably be way up higher, almost getting to 100 points mark. So iMega eSports, I need to see you guys step up to the challenge. Yeah, and that being said, on the bottom side of things, I see Team Apex, 21st Century, Cyclone Shield, Afro Esports. I'm out of words. I'm a Nigerian. I do not like to see these type of numbers. All 4 teams, you need to step up your game. 21st Century, you did well in the last 2 games, but still you need to do better. 1 round, that drop coming through from today, I wasn't expecting it, and I hope I've seen it. Mad Knights were absent, that's why you're not seeing them on the leaderboards, but still, once again, 1 million esports gonna be the champions of the African Elite League. I wish I had confetti that I'm just going to throw up out here, because 1 million esports were absolutely on fire. They understood the assignment. They knew when they had to be strong. They knew when they need those placements. They knew when they need the elimination points. Even the bad games was not a thing for 1 million esports. That is how you know that a team is not satisfied with where they're sitting down on that leaderboard. That being said, I cannot just say more than thank you to everybody who has come here to watch today. A huge thank you to everybody who has pulled up from the beginning of the African Elite League, you know, and even from AEC, man. If you just came here in the finals, thank you so much for also pulling through in the finals. But that being said, thank you all, everybody. Thank you to Enigma, Priest, Fire, the whole of 3 Crown, you know, for pulling up, you know, this amazing team to work with us today, and even for the whole of the finals. Big thank you to the production team behind all of this. Big thank you again to Monster Energy for sponsoring this tournament. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be all from the African Elite League. Be sure to give 3 Crown Esports a follow up on Instagram and pretty much everywhere. And my Instagram and Fire's and every other person's Instagram, just in case you want. But you know, there's always just action always to be happening out here in the African region. So that being said, love to see more of this. And good luck to every single one of those teams in whatever endeavors that they are going into for the rest of the tournament. Once again, this is the African Elite League, brought to you by 3 Crown Esports and Monster Energy. We'll be seeing you guys next time. Until then, be sure to have a good night. 1 million up!
There we go, guys. We got our winners. We know who won. Beautifully, well done to 1 million esports Fire. They definitely deserved it. They played their hearts out. They definitely went all the way through 4 days of absolute hell with these teams. I think they deserved it.
Yeah, very well deserved for the boys from 1 million. They put up a great performance. But still, kudos to so many teams like, you know, 3C, like BJE. I mean, they put up a fight until the very end, but other teams were just absolutely storming the lobby, you know, like Titans, like Desert Flames. They were stepping things up as well. So great stuff from all these guys. And, you know, yeah, I would love to continue to see how all these teams perform in, you know, upcoming tournaments.
Definitely, we'll see indeed. Well, thank you everyone for watching in. Thank you to Monster, to the production team, to Crowns, to Fire, Priest, Crowns, all of you that was a part of this journey. Thank you to the fans, especially. I mean, without the community, we wouldn't have been able to have so much fun and do this as we would have liked to do it. But from my side, this was an amazing journey. I absolutely loved it. Thank you to the teams participating and giving us all the violence. I'm all about the violence. I know we got some causes that's all about the more technical stuff. I just like the violence. Shoot them in the face, carry them around, punch them, have some fun. The GG's.